Yours?
Mine was good too. What did you do? Are you having classes
Um,
at school?
yes, not this weekend, but in last week I do. I did.
Oh, I did. Okay. Very nice. That's good. Which
Mhm.
grade? Which grade are you in?
Sorry, teacher.
Which grade are you in? You are high school, right?
Yes.
Okay, you're in high school. So which grade? First, second, third,
Second.
second grade. Oh, okay. All right. Good. Yeah, you have a lot to study. So many
Mm-hmm.
things. Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. Hi, Jose Guilherme. Good afternoon. Good to
Hi,
see
good
you.
afternoon.
Well, I saw something now. Let me turn on the lights because here it's really, really dark. Just a second. Let me turn on the lights. Just a moment. Okay, now it's much better. Hi, Amanda. Good to see
Hello.
you. Hey,
It's you too.
good afternoon. So let me take a picture right in the beginning because today our connection is so bad. I think it's something like general, isn't it? A lot of people are having problems with the internet. I don't know why the internet in Brazil is so bad. Do you know why?
My
I,
internet's so good today.
yes. Oh, how nice, Giovanna.
Yeah.
That's good to know. Because sometimes
Para
it
mim é
doesn't work.
assustou, mais ou menos.
Sometimes I will crash it because I really don't know when I will crash it, but
Uh
uh
huh.
now it's good. Now
Now
it's
it's
good.
okay. All right. Yeah, we do crash sometimes, right? And we never know why. Why do we crash so much, right? It's really, really bad. Sometimes it doesn't work. It's a nuisance, right? So let me just save this picture here before we continue. Today's June 14th already, guys. Halfway through. The month is halfway over. It's incredible, isn't it? So fast. How can we? Yeah, it's unbelievable, isn't it? We wonder, I wonder, why is it so fast like this? It's very bad, guys. Really. I'm so sorry because we don't have time to do everything we want. Isn't it? It's crazy. So let's take a look, guys, at exercise. Actually, here, the topics for today, June 14th, we are doing unit 8.4. Look at this. We are already doing unit 8. You see, pages 96 and 97. And we will talk about making requests in English, right? So, how do we make requests in general? What are the words that we use when we make requests? Do you know? Do you have any idea? So, let me show you the page to our lesson today. Here, look, this is page 96, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, that's right. So, if you have your books, open your books to page 96. Sorry, and then you will see that our lesson today is based on English for Real lesson from Unit 8, okay?
Sorry,
Where
teacher, what's the page?
page 96.
Okay.
Yes? Good.
Yeah.
So this is based on um, the English for Real part where we have the video and then we answer some questions, right? And we get to know more the characters of the collection, right? We will see Andy, we'll see Max. So before we watch that, I'd like to show you another video that will give us some ideas on how to make polite requests in English, okay? So let's go. Let me just toggle full screen here. All right. Okie dokie. So let me just see if the sound is okay. Yes. Can you see the video page?
Yeah.
Yes? Okay, good. So let's check it out.
Anna, could you pass me the TV remote? All right, could you show me how to use the software, please? May I take your coat, madam? Can I, could I, and may I? 3 different modal verbs that you can use when you're making a request. So what's the difference? Today's lesson is all about making and responding to requests in different scenarios. We'll learn about informal, semi-formal and professional, and formal scenarios, and the different vocabulary you can use that is appropriate for each of those scenarios. Here in the UK, traditionally, we love manners. We think it's so important to be polite and use the correct phrasing for the scenario that you're in so that you don't offend anybody. A good place to start is with your P's and Q's, as we often say to children. This is just a quirky way of referring to please and thank you when you're making requests. Use your P's and Q's. But you know how to use please and thank you. So today we're going to be tackling something much more tricky. The modal verbs can, could, and may are all used to ask somebody to do something. They all mean the same thing really, but they can be used to show different levels of formality. Now, it would be rude of me to continue without thanking the sponsor of today's lesson, italki. So I politely request that you listen to this very polite shout out and please pay close attention to the language that I use. I'm incredibly grateful to italki for their continued support. If you're not familiar with italki, then please allow me to enlighten you. italki is a very popular language learning marketplace that connects students with the most dedicated teachers around the world for one-on-one online lessons. May I also point out that they offer teachers for almost every language in the world and at a very reasonable price. italki is a great platform for anyone wanting to learn a language or 2 languages or more on their own terms. So wherever or whenever suits you. If you're new to italki, then could I interest you in $10 credit? Simply click on the link below and receive the credit when you make your first purchase. Perfect if you want to trial a few different teachers for a really low price and find a teacher that's perfect for you. Just click on the link to find out more. Okay, back to the lesson. Let's take a look at the modal verb can. Anna, can you pass me the remote, please? This is an informal question, so we use the modal verb can. Appropriate responses to this question could include things like, Anna, can you pass me the remote, please? Oh, yes, I can. Anna, can you pass me the remote, please? Sure. Here you go. Anna, can you pass me the remote, please? No, get it yourself. Okay, maybe the last one isn't very polite. An informal question usually requires an informal response, so you don't have to make your answer too long. If you're giving a positive response, you can use the verb can in your answer, and if you're giving a negative response, you can say, I cannot, but it's more common to say, I can't. I can't. Bear in mind that difference in pronunciation. Can, can't. Can, can't. completely different vowel sounds. Now, shorter answers are more acceptable in informal situations, such as simply saying yes, or yeah, or okay, or sure. A common phrase you could use to respond to a request is here you go. We use here you go when presenting someone with something they've asked for. Anna, can I have my phone back, please? Yeah, here you go. Let's look at our second modal verb, could. Could you show me how to use the software, please? In more formal situations, so in semi-formal settings or professional settings, you could use the modal verb could. Now, you could use this at work or when talking to somebody you don't know very well. Make sure you always include the word please in with a semi-formal request like this, either at the beginning or at the end. So you could say, could you help me please? Or please, could you help me? And they both mean the same thing. If you need to get somebody's attention in a way that's polite while asking the question, you could use the phrase, excuse me. Excuse me, could you help me please? Positive answers to these semi-formal questions can be quite similar to informal answers, but try to use longer sentences where possible and avoid one-word responses. Could you show me how to use the software, please? Of course I can. Let's start with the basics. Negative answers to semi-formal and formal questions often start with the phrase, I'm sorry but, or I'm afraid, and this makes them sound more polite. Please note, I'm afraid doesn't mean I'm scared, it means I'm sorry. Could you show me how to use the software, please? I'm sorry, but I don't have the time right now. Could you show me how to use the software, please? I'm afraid I don't have the time right now, sorry. The final modal verb we're going to look at today is may. This one is much less common than the others and is usually reserved for very formal situations. May I take your coat, madam? To answer a request like this, you could use any of the other semi-formal answers that we've learned, as well as the phrase you may, which means you can, or you may not, which means you can't. You could ask the Queen, may I call you Elizabeth, Your Majesty? And she would probably reply, no, you may not. So, in today's lesson, we have covered the use of modal verbs can, could, and may in requests, and how to respond in a polite and appropriate way in almost any situation. Now it's time for your homework. I'm going to list 5 requests, and I'd like you to answer all 5 in a polite way in the comments, and you'll get bonus points for creativity. So first we have, may I have your contact details? The second one, can we borrow your Hoover? Third would be, could you wait a moment, please? Fourth, excuse me, could I have another one, please? And finally, can you pass me the salt, please? Fantastic. I look forward to reading your comments. Now, don't forget about that $10 credit you can claim by clicking the link down and booking a lesson with italki. And if you have a few spare moments, then why not come and join me in another lesson? Ooh. I look forward to seeing you there. Bye.
All right, guys, that was really nice, wasn't it? She summarized well how we can make requests using modal verbs. Okay, sorry. Modal verbs using may, can, and could, all right? So I can share that link with you if you wish, right? Especially if you like British English. That site is really nice. Okay, guys. So now let's go back to our on the book. So let's see there. By the way, welcome Mateus, welcome Joyce, welcome Paulinha. Good to see you guys. All right, people. So here we have our page for today, page 96. English for Real, Unit 8.4. So as we saw in the video, we are talking about making requests. How can we make requests in a polite way? Okay, so watch the video and answer the questions. Here we have 4 questions. The first one goes, what drinks do Andy and Max ask Kevin to buy for them? Number 2, how much money does Andy give Kevin? Question 3, what does Andy ask the student to do? And question 4, what does Andy ask Kevin to get before he sits down? So the first time you watch, I want you to just watch the video and don't worry about the answers. Then I will play a second time and then you can try to answer the questions, okay? So let's try to see that.
Hey guys, sorry I'm late. I haven't even had a coffee yet. I'll leave my laptop here while I get one, okay?
Sure, we'll be here. Okay, no problem. Actually, Kevin, can you get me a coffee too? Oh yeah, could you get me a tea?
Okay.
Are you sure?
Actually, do you have any money? I don't have enough cash.
No problem. Here. Take that. Thanks, Kevin. Wow, that's loud. Excuse me. Would it be possible for you to turn the volume down?
Oh, sure. Sorry about that.
Thanks.
Here you go, guys.
Oh, while you're up, get the sugar from over there. Thanks.
Right.
Oh, could you get some milk too? Sorry.
Here it is. Can I sit down now, please?
Be my guest.
Wow, so many requests, right? Poor guy. So now I will play one more time and then this time we'll try to answer some questions, okay? So let's do it.
Hey guys, sorry I'm late. I haven't even had a coffee yet. I'll leave my laptop here while I get one, okay?
Sure, we'll be here. Okay, no problem. Actually, Kevin, can you get me a coffee too? Oh yeah, could you get me a tea?
Okay.
Are you sure?
Actually, do you have any money? I don't have enough cash.
No problem. Here. Take that. Thanks, Kevin. Wow, that's loud. Excuse me. Would it be possible for you to turn the volume down?
Oh, sure. Sorry about that.
Thanks.
Here you go, guys.
Oh, while you're up, get the sugar from over there. Thanks.
Right.
Oh, could you get some milk too? Sorry.
Here it is. Can I sit down now, please?
Be my guest.
Okay, guys. All right. So let's see the first one. What drinks do Andy and Max ask Kevin to buy for them?
Coffee and tea.
Yes, very nice. How much money does Andy
10.
give Kevin?
10.
Very good. We understand that $10, right? Number 3, what does Andy ask the students to do?
Volume. About volume.
To turn down the volume. Yes, to decrease, to turn down. Okay. What does Andy ask Kevin to get before he sits down?
Could you get some milk too and sugar?
Yeah, sugar. Sugar. All right, great. So let's check out the answers. Very good, guys. I did a great job. Look. Okay. Here, a coffee and a tea, or coffee and tea, that's okay, $10. Turn down the volume on the video. Some sugar and the milk. Okay, good. All right, now let's move on. As you could see, there are lots of requests, right, on the video. So, making requests in English, how do we go about it? When you ask someone to do something, the language you use depends on how well you know the person, as well as the kind of request you're making. Okay, guys, so it all depends on the situation, who you were talking to. So four requests that are difficult, four requests that are difficult or with people you don't know well, soften the request by making it less direct. When it's something difficult, you should change a little the way you ask. For simple requests or with people you know well, this is less important. Look at the different ways to ask someone to turn their music down. Simple request. Look at the examples. Turn the music down. This is very direct and not really polite. The next one. Could you turn your music down? Direct, a little bit more polite. I'm sorry to bother you, but would you mind turning your music down? Less direct and more polite. Okay? Making the request a question gives the other person the chance to decide. People also apologize when making a request. It's common to begin a request with, I'm very sorry, or I'm sorry, but using do you mind, which is something very polite, or would you mind, can soften the request. So you can make it less heavy, right? Especially because we all need one another, right? So we can always help and ask for help. This is normal. This is normal human interaction. So here we could see some examples of how to be very direct, how to be direct, and how to be less direct, but very polite. Okay, so let's check number 2. Look at these expressions you can use when you want to ask someone to do something. How direct or polite are they? Choose your numbers. So what do you think, guys? The first one, for example.
3, number 3.
Mm-hmm. Okay. It's direct. Yes, it is very direct. But okay, you were being more polite. What about the second one?
Direct. 2.
Yes, number 2. Okay, guys. So here, it's not really important for us to know which one is extremely, but we know the difference, especially between something that is not polite and something polite. Okay? So the third one, would it be possible for you to,
4.
yeah, it's more elaborate. Do you think you could?
4.
Okay. Would you mind doing? Would you mind helping or anything with ing?
3.
That would be between 3 and 4, probably 4, because would you mind is really polite. Do you mind is the
3.
same. Yes. Can you?
1.
Yes. Give me.
1.
1.
1. Yes, very direct. So let's check it out, people. There you go. So, number 1, it's very polite. Number 2, letter B actually, would be Without possibly, this is more direct, okay? But it's still polite. Number six, sorry, letter C. We would say that's level 4. The length of this request shows it is very polite. Letter D. Then we would categorize it number 3. The length of the request shows it's polite. Letter E, level 4. This is less direct and more polite than do you mind. When we say would you mind, it's more polite than do you mind. And letter F, level 3. These are polite requests. Okay, guys. Okie dokie. So having done this page, let's move on to page
Tem
9.
G e H, professora.
Sorry?
Faltou mostrar G e H.
Oh yeah, sorry. Let's go there. Thank you. Let's open it up again. Probably they are down here. Yes, there you go. Thank you. So letter G, level 2. This is a standard way of making a request. And finally, letter H, level 1. This imperative is the most direct form of request. Not polite at all. Okay, guys? All right. So here, of course, people, it all depends on the person you are talking to. So here, when I use can you, I can be direct, okay? And of course, it means I'm talking to a person I already know. I'm not talking to a stranger, okay? And the last one is super direct. That would be number 1, okay? All right, people. So let's take a look at number 3. Watch the video again and complete the requests. So let's take a look at how they make requests in the video.
Hey guys, sorry I'm late. I haven't even had a coffee yet. I'll leave my laptop here while I get one, okay?
Sure, we'll be here. Okay, no problem. Actually, Kevin, can you get me a coffee too? Oh yeah, could you get me a tea?
Okay.
Are you sure?
Actually, do you have any money? I don't have enough cash.
No problem. Here. Take that. Thanks, Kevin. Wow, that's loud. Excuse me. Would it be possible for you to turn the volume down?
Oh, sure. Sorry about that.
Thanks.
Here you go, guys.
Oh, while you're up, get the sugar from over there. Thanks.
Right.
Oh, could you get some milk too? Sorry.
Here it is. Can I sit down now, please?
Be my guest.
You need to watch it one more time. Is it okay? Only one? Yes?
Yes, okay.
Okay, so let's check it out. I will give you 1 minute, okay, guys, so we can complete all the questions if you haven't done so far. Okay, guys, let's correct.
Okay.
So what do you have for the first one?
Can you get me a coffee too?
Good. Now number 2.
Could you get me a tea?
Yes, great. Number 3.
Would it be possible for you to turn the volume to down?
Volume down. Volume
Volume,
down. Yeah.
volume
Would
down.
it be possible? Yes. And in the beginning, he says, excuse me, right? So he's very polite. Number 4.
Get the sugar from over there.
Yes, that was really direct. And finally, number 5.
Could you get some milk too?
Okay, excellent. So why is Andy's request for sugar different from his request for milk? What do you
And
think?
the sugar it's so more direct, and could you it's a little polite.
Yes, okay. And also because Andy had already asked for sugar, so asking for one more thing, it's more work, right? So you're asking for something else. Then it's nice to change the way you ask, okay? Because you know you're kind of overloading the person. So here, get some sugar from over there. Even this one I didn't like very much. He was not so polite. But then the second part, he said, oh, could you get some milk too? Okay, so let's check it out and see if it's what the book says. Look, guys, take a look. Okay, people. So the second request is just like I said, it's more inconvenient. It's more work for him, especially because he was coming back, right? So that's the best way to do it. Okay, guys, understood? Yes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. Very nice. Now, study the requests in exercise number 3. Which request form is different from the others? Why? Look here.
Is the third one because he probably don't know the student?
Yes, exactly. This is very polite and less direct. Okay? So let's see if the book agrees. Exactly. Okay? So this one is different because it's very polite. Okay, good. So probably he didn't know the other students. That's why. Okay. All right. So, okay. Number 6. Put the words in order to make requests. So let's try and do the first one. Let's see if we can make the requests using the knowledge we know and using the words given in the sentence. So here we have carry these, the car, help me, can you, and bags too. How can we organize this request?
Can you help me
Can you
carry
help
these
me
bags to the
carry
car?
this back to the car?
Excellent. Very good. That's it. Letter B, what do you think?
Do you mm, mm, mind moving your books off the table?
Yes, exactly. Do you mind? Very good. Okay. Letter C.
Could you show me where the canned tomatoes are?
Okay. Could you show me? All right. Very nice. Letter D.
Would you mind getting a package from the mail room?
Okay, excellent. Would you mind? Very polite. Okay. And letter E.
Would it be possible for you to
Book
book
a
a
taxi
taxi for
for 5 o'clock.
Yes, excellent. Would it be possible for you to book a taxi? All right, guys, excellent. So you are ready to make your request. Let me put down, I think everything is here. Yes. Okay, there you go. All right, people. Okay,
No, teacher, wait.
okay, no problem.
Okay,
All
thank you.
right, you're welcome. Okay, guys, great. So here in number 7, we should expand a little bit more. So match each request in exercise 6 here with a situation from A to E. So let's take a look here. Look, these are the requests that we've done, right? With a situation. So here, the first one, for example, can you help me carry these bags to the car? What is the situation actually here from 1 to 5?
1A, maybe? A customer is asking for help from a store clerk.
Mm-hmm. Can be, yes, can be. Can you help me carry these bags to the car? That's okay. A customer is asking for help from a store clerk, can be. Now, try to match the other ones, okay? I'll give you, let me see here, 3 minutes until 5:44. Okay, let's go. You can begin. While you're doing that, people, let me take a picture here of the list.
Done.
Yes, Mateus, have you finished?
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay, guys, is everybody else done?
Mm-hmm.
Yes? Giovana, José Guilherme, Joyce, Amanda.
Yeah,
Okay, so let's see together. Number 2, a hotel guest is speaking with a receptionist. Which one is that?
letter D.
Letter? Letter D?
D.
D or B?
Yes, D.
Which one? Letter D?
D.
Let's see. Number 3, a parent and child are walking out of a grocery store.
D is 5.
Mm, Okay. An office worker is speaking with a coworker. Okay. So let's write it down. Okay. So we've done letter D. Now let's see the last one. Would it be possible for you to book a taxi for 5 o'clock?
I said it's 2. But
A
yeah.
hotel guest is speaking with the receptionist, okay? All right, letter E. Okay, good. Now my letter E is horrible. Try to do the other ones. A, B, and C. Let me clear this. Okay. Now, what about letter C? Could you show me where the canned tomatoes are?
I said 3.
No, not number 1.
I
Okay.
said number 3.
You put
Yeah.
number 3. Okay.
But I'm not sure as well.
Uh-huh. Because look, here they are walking out of a grocery store. So let's see letter B. Do you mind moving your books off the table?
1. A customer is asking for help from a store clerk.
Yes, are you sure? Any other option?
Acho que é isso mesmo. Aí a
I put
B1. A
five.
B é 2.
Go ahead, Joyce. Try to say.
I put number 5.
Do you mind, look, do you mind moving your books off the table? Do you think it's number 5?
Yes.
It could
Okay.
also be number 4.
Uh-huh. Yes, I agree. I think it's number 4.
Is
I
this
think
number 4 another thing? But now I think it's that one. It makes more sense
it makes more
because they
sense.
are
Yeah.
studying.
Yeah. They are students, right? So it's a
Yeah.
student talking to his roommate. So it makes more sense, right? So here, okay. Now we have there. Can you carry these bags? Can you help me carry these bags to the car?
Para mim, isso daí seria 2.
Number 3, very good, excellent. So that makes sense because they're leaving the store. They are not inside the store. Actually, they are moving out. They are leaving, okay? They are walking out of the store. So it makes more sense. Letter A. And then, could you show me where the canned tomatoes are? Number 1, a customer is asking for help from a store clerk, okay? So that is letter C, okay? No, it's okay. Let's correct. Let's say, yeah, we have to open a new tab. So CEABD. All right, people.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay. Exactly what we put. Okay. CEABD. Did anybody get it right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Yeah.
Very nice. Okie dokie. So let me close this here. And let's check out here this Last tip, confirming acceptance. So if a person seems hesitant when saying yes, it is a good idea to confirm that the person is willing to accept the request. This is very important, right, guys? So we have to really confirm if the person is willing to accept, okay? The way a person responds the first time you ask for something can tell you how willing they are to accept something, okay? If the person hesitates or pauses, it could mean that they don't want to accept. Asking again will give them an opportunity to reject the request or add conditions to the request, okay? So here we have a request. For example, could you get me a tea? Uh, okay. So you see there is a hesitation. After that, are you sure? Oh yeah, but do you have any money? Okay, guys, so you notice right away when you make a request if the person is willing to help you or not, okay? Usually the person is more open and there's no hesitation, okay? So let's go over to number 8. Listen to 3 short conversations. How willing is the person to accept the request? So here we have the first case, 2 roommates. The second one, 2 coworkers. And the third, 2 family members. Okay, let's listen to that.
One.
Hey, Karen. Are you going out?
Yes.
Could you get some stuff for me from the store? I have a list here.
Oh, I guess so.
Are you sure you don't mind?
Well, I don't want to spend a ton of time at the store.
No, there's not much. Just a few things.
2.
Oh, and one last thing before you go. I'm sorry to ask, but would it be possible to move our next meeting to Wednesday rather than Thursday? Something's come up, and I won't be in the office next Thursday.
No problem.
Is that all right with you? I don't want to cause any inconvenience.
It's fine. Actually, Wednesday's better for me.
3. Dad, do you mind looking after Charlie tomorrow morning?
Oh, well, all right.
Are you sure that's okay? It's just I have to be at the doctor's office at 10, so I'll bring him to your house at 9.
What time will you be back? Your mother and I are having lunch with a friend at 1.
Oh, I'll be back way before that. Thanks.
So I'll play one more time, okay?
1.
Hey, Karen. Are you going out?
Yes.
Could you get some stuff for me from the store? I have a list here.
Oh, I guess so.
Are you sure you don't mind?
Well, I don't want to spend a ton of time at the store.
No, there's not much. Just a few things.
2.
Oh, and one last thing before you go. I'm sorry to ask, but would it be possible to move our next meeting to Wednesday rather than Thursday? Something's come up, and I won't be in the office next Thursday.
No problem.
Is that all right with you? I don't want to cause any inconvenience.
It's fine. Actually, Wednesday's better for me.
3. Dad, do you mind looking after Charlie tomorrow morning?
Oh, well, all right.
Are you sure that's okay? It's just I have to be at the doctor's office at 10, so I'll bring him to your house at 9.
What time will you be back? Your mother and I are having lunch with a friend at 1.
Oh, I'll be back way before that. Thanks.
Okay, guys. So, what do you have for number 1? Is the person willing or unwilling?
Willing? No, sorry. One willing.
Unwilling. Okay.
Unwilling.
Unwilling. Number 2,
Um,
willing or unwilling?
willing.
Yeah. And finally, the
Unwilling.
father. Willing or unwilling?
Willing.
Uh,
Unwilling.
Yeah. Um,
Yeah, because he has an appointment. Remember, he's having lunch with some friends, and so he's like, "Oh, okay," like that, you know. All right, let's check the answers. All right, everything good. So finally, listen again. Which expressions for confirming do you hear? So I'll just play again, and I'll
1.
put the
Hey, Karen,
transcript,
are you
right?
going out?
Yes.
Could you get some stuff for me from the store? I have a list here.
Oh, I guess so.
Are you sure you don't mind?
Well, I don't want to spend a ton of time at the store.
No, there's not much. Just a few things.
2.
Oh, and one last thing before you go. I'm sorry to ask, but would it be possible to move our next meeting to Wednesday rather than Thursday? Something's come up, and I won't be in the office next Thursday.
No problem.
Is that all right with you? I don't want to cause any inconvenience.
It's fine. Actually, Wednesday's better for me.
3. Dad, do you mind looking after Charlie tomorrow morning?
Oh, well, all right.
Are you sure that's okay? It's just I have to be at the doctor's office at 10, so I'll bring him to your house at 9.
At what time will you be back? Your mother and I are having lunch with a friend at 1.
Oh, I'll be back way before that. Thanks.
Okay. So which expressions for confirming do you hear?
is that all right with you?
Okay.
Are you sure that's okay? Are you sure you don't mind?
Are you sure you don't mind? Okay. Any other?
Is that okay?
Is that okay? Okay, so I will play just one more time so we can confirm our answers. Let's say
1.
Hey, Karen, are you going out?
Yes.
Could you get some stuff for me from the store? I have a list here.
Oh, I guess so.
Are you sure you don't mind?
Well, I don't want to spend a ton of time at the store.
No, there's not much. Just a few things.
2.
Oh, and one last thing before you go. I'm sorry to ask, but would it be possible to move our next meeting to Wednesday rather than Thursday? Something's come up, and I won't be in the office next Thursday.
No problem.
Is that all right with you? I don't want to cause any inconvenience.
It's fine. Actually, Wednesday's better for me.
3. Dad, do you mind looking after Charlie tomorrow morning?
Oh, well, all right.
Are you sure that's okay? It's just I have to be at the doctor's office at 10, so I'll bring him to your house at 9.
At what time will you be back? Your mother and I are having lunch with a friend at 1.
Oh, I'll be back way before that. Thanks.
so. I think there is one extra here. Yes. So the ones that we heard are, is that all right with you? Are you sure you don't mind? Are you sure that's okay? Okay, well, let's check it out. All right, everything okay, everything correct. So that's very nice, guys, for you to learn how to make requests, how to respond to a request, and how to confirm the person is really willing to do it. So we are not doing numbers 10 or 11, okay? That's not necessary. So what did we learn here in this exercise in unit 8.4? We talked about making requests. Yes. To help you on that, I posted here something interesting, which is on a site about making requests in English. This is really nice. And there's also another one about making requests, okay? Let's take a look there. So you can have more examples of how to make requests. Can you see that? Yes?
Yes.
Okay, here they have a list of possible questions when we make requests. We found, let me make it a little bigger here so you can see. Look, would it be possible for you to, this one we saw in our lesson, would you mind? Okay, could you possibly, okay, do you think you could? And also, do you mind? All right. Here we have some examples and they have the audio there for you to listen. So let's see if that plays.
Can you give me the book?
All right, people. So you can actually listen to the intonation and check out the pronunciation. So this is really good. Here they give a list of how to accept requests, okay? You can say, sure, I'd be glad to, or I'd be happy to, or of course, or certainly, or all right, okay? And here, refusing requests. Oh, I'm sorry, I can't. I'd love to, but sorry to say that, but, or it sounds great, but here, we also saw in the video, right in the beginning of the class, there is one extra way we can use to say no to a request and be polite, right? I'm afraid I can't. I'm afraid I can't means I'm sorry, I can't. Okay, I'm afraid I can't. This is also another way to refuse a request when you can't possibly help the person. All right. Okay. Let me eliminate this. And all right. So here, guys, they also have on this site basic English speaking, basic English speaking. They have some other topics, communication topics, right? Expressing shock in English, asking and giving instructions in English, giving bad news in English. So it's really nice to explore this as well, okay? So make sure you check this site. It's very interesting. The other one that talks about how to make requests is this one here, English at Home, which I like a lot. They always open this pop-up window, but then you just close it. So here again, they give us some options. Okay, so, all right, people. So they will explain how to use and how to make the requests. So here we have, do you mind, can, could, would you mind if, okay. Offering to do something for another person. It's also very nice when you can offer to do something, okay. They will also mention shall, which is a very polite modal verb, but it's more used in British English. How to respond to requests, okay? How, for example, you are in a shop and somebody comes to you, like the salesperson or the shop clerk says, can I help you? You go, oh, no, thanks, I'm just looking, okay? And other situations, how you can reply in a polite way. Hey guys, and then there is a quiz, okay? After you're done there, they have a quiz that you can do to practice. All right, so here we go. So today our focus were those two pages, 96 and 97. And here we also have an image about making requests in English. So I also posted something else, a lot of material there about making requests. That's really nice. So if you want, you can explore other possibilities of making requests. Look, here we have a comparison. I liked this one because they compare. They go from less polite to more polite. Can you see that? Yeah. So that's why I posted this here. So can you speak a little slower, for example? Because these are ways to ask someone to speak more slowly. So you can use can or could. Could you speak a bit slower? Now, more polite. Would you speak a bit more slowly? More polite. Do you think you could speak a little more slowly? Now, even more polite. Would you be able to speak more slowly, please? And next one, would you mind speaking more slowly, please? Okay, so I liked this one because it shows the degrees of politeness. So it's nice for us to evaluate. Guys, the homework for today is going to be online practice unit 8.4. And of course, guys, you can explore the sites here to have more practice, okay? Don't forget to do the homework from last week, okay, guys? Don't let it for or leave it for the last minute. Try to do weekly so you get updated, right? Next class, we will see some very good ideas about calling customer service, okay? How we can communicate with customer service and what the vocabulary is, okay? All right, people. So do you have any questions? Is everything okay?
Everything okay.
Is everything all right? Okay. So just to finish, let me just show you one more video just to wrap up this idea of making requests, okay? Just a second. Okay, let's take a look. This is for advanced English, so that's okay for us. No problem at all, okay? So let's see there. Okay, guys, can you see that? All right, good. So
Welcome to Advanced English, where we come together to improve your fluency, confidence, and clarity in English. Mary Daphne here, and today we're covering 10 different ways of making polite requests in a non-pushy and non-aggressive way, asking somebody to do something. So let's get into it. To start, let me use 3 different, seemingly polite ways of asking someone to do something. Are you ready? You are required to. You are required to send out the newsletter at noon. It is requested that you. It is
yeah, this
Mary
audio,
Daphne here, and today
this audio is not so good, unfortunately, because her channel is usually very nice, but unfortunately the sound is not really following. If you want to watch this video later, guys, you can try to see her channel. It's Advanced English, so you can try to get it there, okay? So let me try to get another one I separated here. Just a moment. Because this one here, the algebra is not okay. It's not so good. So let me show you something really easy. Okay. Okay. Let me just share this.
Welcome back to English at Work. We're still in Anna's first week in the busy offices of Tip Top Trading. How's it going, Anna?
Everything's still so new to me. I keep needing to ask people for help.
Well, that's only natural at the beginning. To ask people politely for help, use the words would and could. You can also use the word please, but don't make the mistake of thinking that's enough to make what you say polite.
Okay.
Hello, Anna.
Oh, hi, Paul.
I was wondering if you could do something for me.
Yes, of course.
Would you be able to print out a file for me? It's a document on CBL, Convincing Bananas Limited. They're one of our suppliers. The file should be on the system, and could I have it in the next 10 minutes, please, as they're on their way here for a meeting?
Yes. Oh, no. I have no idea how to find it. Tom?
Ask Denise. She should know.
Okay, thanks, Tom. I'll ask her.
I'd warned her, you know. I said, Victoria, if you don't change your hairdresser...
Denise?
One day you'll... Oh, hold on a moment. Anna?
Please email me the background file of CBL. Thank you.
Who does that girl think she is? Anna. New girl. I told you about her. Yes, with the saucepans. That's the one. She's only been here 5 minutes and she's already acting like the Queen of Sheba.
Oh, and Denise, please send it to me within 5 minutes. Paul needs it soon. Thank you.
Well, honestly.
Good to see who's the boss, eh, Denise?
Really?
Anna, I think you've upset Denise.
Upset Denise?
You were a bit rude when you asked her for help.
Was I?
Remember what I said, Anna? Just using please to ask someone to do something can sound a little rude.
Oh.
Instead of saying, please send me the file, you could say, could you possibly send me the file? Or, would you mind sending me the file?
Oh, English is so confusing. I'll try to remember that. Oh no, the printer isn't even set up. Tom?
Yeah?
Please help me with... could you possibly help me with the printer?
I really need to finish this email. It's to a really important new client.
But it's really urgent. Would you mind writing your email later?
Okay, since you asked so nicely, let's have a look.
Well, it's a good thing Anna has understood how to use could and would to ask for things before she upsets anyone else. Let's hear those phrases again.
I was wondering if you could do something for me. Would you be able to print out a file for me? Could I have it within 10 minutes, please?
Could you possibly help me with the printer? Would you mind writing your email later?
The printer seems to be working well, but how well are Anna and Denise working together? Are these two going to be enemies?
Really? Denise, do this. Denise, do that. I'm telling you, Sharon, I've almost had enough. I get treated like some kind of servant.
This one is great, isn't it, guys? It's really good. Yeah. So there you go. I can post the link to this video for you there if you wish. But could you see the expressions we use, right? It's better to say, would you mind? Or could you possibly do this or that? Okie dokie, people. All right. Good. So don't forget to do your homework to practice. Okay. This is a way to consolidate. And later I will post the link to this video that I showed you now. Okay. The last one. So guys, thank you so much for coming. Thank you, Amanda. I missed you. It's so good to see you back again. Thank you, Jose Guilherme. Thank you, Joyce. Thank you,
Thank you.
Giovanna. Thank you, Amanda. And Paulinha. Thank you so much,
Thank
Paulinha.
you.
So let's take a picture before we go, shall we? Let's go again. Yay. I love your t-shirt. How nice, Mateus. You look great. Okay. All right, people. Thank you so much. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Yay. Awesome, guys. Thank you. All right, guys. Enjoy your evening and hope to see you again on Wednesday. Bye-bye. Take care. Bye, guys.
Bye bye. Bye bye.
Bye, people. Take care.